Okay, I tried to record this before and my power went out. Let's hope that's not a bad omen. This is an unscripted video talking about a topic that I sort of briefly touched on Twitter. Um, Honestly, I, you know, I've been a content creator for a while, about 16, 15 years. Been a content creator since I was about 16 or 15 years old. Uh, my first video was I ran around my house with a little, airsoft gun that I got for $20 at Walmart. It was I think a Desert Eagle replica, or like P-32 replica. I don't remember. And uh, I uploaded it, and then uh, we, I ended up qualifying for the YouTube Partner Program, but even before that, this was kind of a very persistent thing. And we used to make fun of this mentality a lot. My mother, when I would make these videos, when I would make videos and upload them, would say things like, you should really monetize that. You could probably make a lot of money. And, you know, I realized that it started making videos less fun when I constantly thought about money. And I didn't really understand why until I got older and became a VTuber in 2021 after B-Roid Studio first came out. I threw together some model and, you know, just did my first stream with it. And she was like, "Yeah, you can like make a ton of money off of this." And I'm like, "Please stop talking about money." And what I think she was trying to be supportive. I think she was trying to be a supportive person, but I think what she didn't really realize was she was essentially setting me up for failure. Like I was getting to a point to where I was starting to feel like if I didn't make like any money from this within the first month, I was a failure and I needed to quit. I started thinking that. And it started making my content less fun and it started making me less interested in making content. And I have rebranded a lot. Spoiler alert, I've had a lot of past lives, but pretty much every time I have failed, it's because the money thing came up again. With this one, I specifically told her not to bring up money at all. Don't bring up money. Don't bring it up. Don't don't say I could make a lot of money. And this took a while for me to realize why I dislike when people bring that up because I already do want to make money from this. Every time I get a sub or anything on Twitch, I'm always happy. I'm ecstatic. I'm always so happy when someone gifts a sub on Twitch. I'm always so happy when someone donates to my coffee. But, like, I'm happy about that because it's not really an expectation. I'm not going into this expecting to make a ton of money. When I got like 40 subs in 10 minutes, I wasn't really expecting it. And it really like made me happy for the entire stream. And I realized that yes, money does make you happy when you get it. But if people start doing this thing where they start putting the expectation of making a lot of money on you, it feels awful when you don't make that money, when you fail. So I went into this life and the last one really, Nikki Gestalt and Genie Spectra. I went in 12, I went in with the expectation I wasn't really going to make money from this. That was my expectation. This was not going to be a career. And because of that, I started enjoying myself, and I still do. Because my content's fun and I'm not restricting myself or doing things I don't like. Um for the purpose of views to meet a quota of dollars every month. And the conversation of money came up again with my mother. And she's like, you could become really successful and be like a select. And I'm not fucking kidding. I did this and said, shh. While she thought she was being supportive, she was giving me very unrealistic expectations on content creation. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, pretty much everyone I know in content creation who is bigger than me significantly, and this is actually their full-time job, um, they're not like giant celebrities or anything. And also this might not even be their like true full-time job. They might have a job outside of that. I just don't talk to them about their jobs much because I don't really know how to approach asking, "Hey, what else do you do for a living?" I don't know how to approach asking that because I don't. I'm chronically ill. I already know I'm not going to be able to get a job. I tried getting a job once, and my chronic illness got in the way so much I got fired. I got bench sat and then fired for it. And I cannot apply for disability. I never got enough work credits because it turns out when you have chronic pain and you just keep getting fired from jobs and can't even like apply for unemployment because you kept getting fired from jobs, um you can't really file for disability at that point. I don't have enough work credits. And some people said SSDI, but the issue is a lot of my doctors don't cooperate with the government. And the government is also just really bad about asking for that. But yeah, that is neither here nor there. What I'm trying to say is that I went into VTubing originally as a way to kind of relax, enjoy things I liked. And I really liked my content when I was doing that. And then I found like very minor success, and suddenly everything became about money. My mom would constantly ask me if I was making a ton of money, if I was going to be going to like conventions and, you know, going to red carpets and all that because she doesn't actually know how internet shit works. Like she's never really understood this. I've tried to explain it to her a couple of times. I basically say that like even the biggest content creators don't make a lot. It's actually significantly less than you would think. You don't really go into this expecting to make money. You just kind of want to make content. You want to do something. For me, I got into VTubing because lonely. I'm lonely. I enjoy talking at a camera. I've always had a thing for making content, mainly because I'm really shy in real life and have trouble talking to people in real life. I have had I have spoken more words in the last 10 years talking to like people online and in content creation and all that than I have in my entire life. Okay? I am so thankful to all of you. I love my community so much. I love all of you. And I am glad this is a thing that has not really taken off, but has had me at a point to where I'm like comfortable saying I am having fun doing it. And the last thing I will address is, I guess, Irium. Because I still get people occasionally like DMing me asking me for the hot tea on why I left Irium because apparently a bunch of other people in my gen left too. I'm gonna be real with you guys. There is no hot tea. There is there's no tea. There is none. It was an amicable. It's an amicable departure. I just wasn't enjoying streaming on Irium. It's not my platform. I thought it was. I was originally going to be a storyteller VTuber. I was originally going to tell stories. I ran out of stories. I stopped really having fun making things up. I stopped having fun reading creepypastas on Irium. Um, and I started realizing just how much of what I do relies on the visuals. Because I plan on doing a lot of things in when the new model comes. I really want to get into gun modification for one thing. I want to get into that. I want to start doing gun modifications. I have been like trying to think of a way to do that, what I want to do. I saw this really weird build and it was a M1 Garand someone had modernized. By modernized, I mean they removed all the wooden furniture for it and put a rail on it with an with an optic. And I hate it. I hate it a lot, but I really want to make one. Like, I really want to do that because it sounds fucking hilarious. They put an optic on it. They put like a dot sight on it. And like a bump stock. It's disgusting. It's wrong, but it's so funny. Anyways, more content coming soon. That is all you really need to know. I just kind of wanted to get all this stuff off my chest. I want to thank my entire community. I love all of you so much. And I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to do an ad read now. This video is partially brought to you by Blacklight. Blacklight is a gaming chair company. Specifically, it is a gaming chair company that makes really high-end gaming chairs. Some of them look pretty cheap for what they do. They have lights that can sync up to your game using a program called Game Sync. I almost said I almost said G Sync, but no, it's Game Sync. It syncs your RGB lights up with your game's lighting, and it looks really cool. I really want to buy one of their desks, the Athena Pro desk, I think. Use code Spectra XII or Spectra 12 in Roman numerals. For 15% off your order at blacklight.com/Spectra XII. Link is in the description. Thank you very much for watching this video. I am sorry for the ad read. I wanted to kind of do it in a way that was a bit more subtle, but this was really just kind of a venting video. It's not even really going to be edited. It's also not scripted. So, yeah. Bye. Have a good one, and I will see you all when the new model is done. I'm getting a preview for it soon.